Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we get into today's subject matter, which happens to be a Muslim trying to challenge a Christian preacher on the street about Jesus not being divine, not being who he said he is, meaning that he is the Son of God, but Muslims don't actually believe that. They believe that Jesus was just a prophet, like the Prophet Muhammad. Anyway, we'll get into that in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to let you all know of the Woke Dingbats t-shirt. We live in a world today plagued by wokeness, unfortunately. And can you imagine the conversations that you guys would have if you walked around the street with a Woke Dingbats t-shirt? Believe you me, you either get a lot of laughs or you get people coming up to you and trying to have a conversation with you, which in that instance would be a fantastic thing. So why in the world are you guys waiting? You can get yours right now. They are just $40. The link is available in the show description to make it easier for you. And yes, I do ship internationally as well. Help me combat wokeness, ladies and gentlemen, with the Woke Dingbats t-shirt. I hope that every single one of you gets your very own t-shirt. Start a revolution, I say, to combat wokeness. And for those of you that have already ordered, I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. I'm just waiting on the manufacturer, which can take a little bit of time. I apologize in advance for that. All right, so today we're going to be looking at Daily Dose of Wisdom posted this video of a Muslim man, a sheikh of sorts, trying to challenge a Christian preacher on the street, and the Muslim wasn't really listening. I love how Muslims go to the Bible and they use one verse in the Bible and they try and create this whole new doctrine. You know, the problem with that is you can create a cult based off of one particular verse and you change it to suit your own ideology. It's how new cults pop up with Christianity all the time. They're not actually doing anything revolving around what the Bible teaches or says and how God told us to live. No. They'll just pick and choose whatever verse of the Bible they want to use, right? Like, it's truly absurd how you've got so many Muslims out there today that just believe that Jesus was merely a prophet and a good man. And apparently Muhammad was way better, even though Muhammad supposedly came after Jesus. But you can't challenge what the Prophet Muhammad said. You can't challenge anything that he did either. You can't question anything because that is what the Muslims consider being apostasy. But you can definitely challenge Jesus. You can definitely challenge Christianity. And the Bible even talks about, Jesus says, to question, to challenge him, because then you'll see the truth. It's funny when you've got Muslims that try and twist the scriptures to suit their own sort of cult-like ideology, right? And how contradictory they end up becoming. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So it's one thing that we know for certain. Muslims do not believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They don't believe that at all. They don't believe that God the Father sent his Son to die. They don't believe that he rose again either. They just believe that he was a good man. Very similar to Jewish people as well. Jewish people, a lot of them don't believe that Jesus was a son of God. They believe he was just a good man. Okay, so have a watch of this interaction whereby the Muslim man tries challenging the Christian, but, well, he ends up finding out the hard way. And this is the important part. I'll make a mention of it at the end. Have a watch.
1932. Look at you, man. I still like the book, you know. But of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. So clearly it says that of that day and hour, no one knows. Not that people forgot, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. So that clearly shows the Son cannot be God, because that's like having a square circle. Either you know or you don't know.
All right, so my question to you is, and so...
There's a question, you're going to throw that question back at me?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, what about an answer?
This is how Jesus answered. He answered with questions a lot of times.
All right.
So the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, what is your assumption? Because you're obviously assuming that he's saying, using the word no in a form of ignorance, right?
I'm just reading.
Okay. So what is?
I'm not assuming.
Have you read?
I think you know the English.
Have you read the? Have you read the previous verses before that?
Sure.
So what's it about?
Assuredly, I say to you.
No, what's it about?
I mean, I haven't memorized
You don't know?
it. No,
Come on, man.
I've read that.
When you bring a verse,
Okay, yeah.
and you got it highlighted,
Gotcha.
I'm expecting you to know the context.
Sure.
So
Tell
what
me.
is he talking about?
I mean, I've read the Bible cover to cover, right?
Come on,
But
Sheikh.
now you tell me the context.
Okay, so
All
I'll tell you now.
Go for it.
So the context is Jesus is literally detail for detail telling you everything that's about to happen
Okay.
up until his coming.
Okay.
Detail by detail,
Excellent.
destruction of the temple,
Right.
destruction of the city,
Right.
how the persecution is going to come,
Okay.
the rebuilding of the temple,
Okay.
the abomination of the Antichrist is going to come,
Gotcha.
and how the sun will be darkened, detail by detail by detail
letter
by
by letter,
detail
line
by
by line.
detail.
Okay.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden says, oh, well, no one knows the day of the hour, not even the Son, but the Father in heaven.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you this. Does it make...
I don't think that was an answer.
No, does it make sense to you? I'm just trying to put this in perspective. Does it make sense to you for, number one, Jesus to lay out everything that's going to happen on that day, up until that day,
Yeah.
and say that he doesn't know when he's going to come?
Makes perfect sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
The Bible doesn't make sense?
No,
You just
no,
said
no.
that's what happened?
Your understanding of that
Okay,
doesn't
so
make sense.
let me ask.
No, I'm not
Okay, you
done.
asked a question. Does it make sense? I mean,
Yeah, you said it
Okay,
makes
go ahead,
you said it
go
makes
ahead,
perfect
go ahead,
sense to you.
I got you.
So let me just. So another way that you can look at this,
okay.
which is the correct way contextually,
Okay.
is that Jesus is not speaking of knowledge when it comes to ignorance, but he's talking about declarative. It's a declarative
Look,
sense.
come on.
I know.
You're-
I know.
you know
but
you're
it's-
stretching.
no, I'm not.
Okay, look.
Because I want to show you.
Hold on.
I want to show you an example.
Just 1 second.
No, can I show you an
Let me
example?
just read it.
No,
right?
you read it already. Let me show you an
but-
example, Uthman.
But okay, let me just read it and you can show me.
Go ahead. I'll show you an example
But
after you
of
read it. Go ahead.
that day and hour, no one knows. That's pretty simple.
After he just laid out everything that's about to happen.
Exactly. So like I was going to say, but you didn't let me, but let me say it now. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us about the signs of the day of judgment, some very detailed signs, some very specific signs, right? But then when he was asked about when exactly is the day of judgment, he said nobody knows except Allah, right? I could tell you whatever Allah has revealed to the Prophet, yes, he would know. So whatever Allah revealed to Jesus, the son of Mary, peace and blessings be upon him, we love him, yes, he knows. All those details that Allah revealed, yes, but some things only God knows.
Very
Only
good.
Allah knows.
All
And
right.
that's exactly why, as you mentioned the context, that he's mentioning all the details, but then he says, but of that day and hour, no one knows.
No.
Not no one declares. Don't change words. And
I don't
put
got to
your
change
own-
anything.
Don't put
So,
your own.
so can I show you an example now?
Finish
All right,
first.
go ahead.
Don't put your own wording into it.
Uh-huh.
But no one knows, not even the angels in heaven. Not that the angels aren't going to declare it, is that they don't know, nor the Son, but only the Father. Go ahead.
All right, very good. So go to 1 Corinthians for me, chapter 2.
Go for it. Here you go.
You don't know where it
I know
is,
where
man? You got
Corinthians is.
all right, go to
I
it,
got you
man.
on Corinthians. I was just trying to help you.
Wrong way, man. You got to go the other way. Corinthians in the New Testament, Sheikh.
I got you. Relax. We've gone over Corinthians many a time.
All right, good. You should know where it is.
You know, we will get.
You're rusty, man. You got all these
Corinthians.
highlights.
I got you.
Very good.
That's why I got you right here, and that's why I have these, right? So I
Yeah.
can know where I can get to.
All right, very
First
good.
Corinthians. Go ahead.
Chapter 2.
You said 1 Corinthians
Chapter 2.
chapter 2.
All right. So let's go ahead and read.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. So this is Paul,
Okay.
right? This is what he's
So it's
talking.
not Jesus.
I'm just showing you an example of how
I'm
no
just
is used.
asking so I can be
I
clear.
already told you.
Okay.
You got to.
Yeah.
So this is what he says. And I, brethren, when I came to you, right? So he visited the believers in Corinth.
Okay.
Did not come with excellent of speech or of wisdom, declaring to you the testimony of God.
Okay.
For I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified.
Okay.
So here's my question to you.
Okay.
When he says that I determined
Okay.
to not know anything
Okay.
except Jesus and him crucified,
Okay.
does that literally mean that Paul didn't know anything except Jesus and him crucified?
Sure. So here, definitely Paul. From again, I'm not an expert on the Bible. You're just asking my opinion, right?
Sure. Just a logical conclusion.
No. There's not a lot. Because again,
This would be a very painful Muslim to actually try and speak to because he doesn't actually want to listen. So in his brain, he's got what he thinks is a clear error that the Son of God, Jesus, doesn't know the hour in which Christ is going to return to earth. But before he even says that, the one verse, right? Number 30, number 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So before he even gets to that verse, right, before he even says this to his disciples, right, this is Mark 13. He's detailing out all the events that are going to unfold before Christ, the Father, goes, all right, it's time. It's time for me to return. So Jesus is going, you need to watch for these signs. He's not giving us every single sign because there's just a lot. He's giving us certain signs for us to watch out for in the end times. And here's another one, verse 22, for false Christs and false prophets shall rise and show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect, those that are in positions of power, those have been chosen, right? Now, false Christs and false prophets, who would they be, I may wonder? Prophet Muhammad, a false prophet, right? But take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things. So if God didn't actually know, or if Jesus didn't actually know when God the Father was going to come, how does he know all these other things leading up to? It just makes absolutely no sense, right? So if all these things come to pass, that would mean that the time is at hand, would it not? Oh, but a Muslim goes, oh, but Jesus doesn't know. He just said in verse 32, he knows not. Mate, come on. Seriously? He does know. Don't take the Bible out of context. He is basically saying, and this is what he says in verse 37, and what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. It doesn't matter about the time. It doesn't matter about when Christ is returning. The main thing is you're supposed to watch. He is coming back. Everyone gets so stuck up on the time. When is he going to return? It doesn't matter. He is returning. That is a fact. That is what we know. But the main thing for us as believers, and what we should be telling Muslims, is the truth. Muslims get so stuck up on the fact that Jesus said, oh, this one little bit, neither the Son, but the Father knows. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, the Father definitely does know the time, but so does the Son, because they are one. They know. And Jesus was telling everybody, every single person that reads the Bible, all the context before he even got to that verse, right? Verse 32. This is what you need to watch out for. The main point of this that Muslims can't seem to understand is watch. Watch for these signs. These are important signs. And they're too busy trying to say that Jesus isn't God. They're missing the important signs. Verse 20, I think it's verse 27. And then he shall send his angels and shall gather together his elect, the chosen, from the four winds, from the utmost parts of the earth to the utmost parts of heaven. Now learn a parable of fig tree. When her branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. So you're trying to say that Jesus has got no idea. And yet he's saying, when you see all these things, know that the time is close. It's coming. Obviously, he's not going to tell you when the time is. Can you imagine if he did that? Everyone would be so concerned about, oh no, Jesus is coming right now. The whole point of Jesus saying this is to be prepared, to watch. Verse 29, so ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things, ye shall know the time has come to pass. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And that, man, that verse gives me goosebumps. Verse 33, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is not a man taking a far journey, but left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. It's as if God is saying he is the one that is telling everyone what they should do. He's not going, all right, here's a time. This is what you need to wait for. He's telling everyone how they should behave. And the Muslim doesn't understand this. The Christian is trying to guide him to it in a kind manner, but the Muslim just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. And we need to pray that men and women that don't believe will come to the believing knowledge of Christ, that Christ is the Son of God. You have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. They are one. All three are one. That we know for certain. And whether we claim that he's not coming back or not, truth is that God said he's coming back. And it's not for us to know the time nor the hour, as much as we all want to know. And even still, what would that mean for you today? Would it change anything that you're doing? Knowing how much time that you've got left on this earth, I wonder. Anyway, that's enough from me. But you guys take care, you be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.